Assalamualaikum and good day, madam. Today, me and my teammates will be talking about our topic, which is the bulk feeder dilemma and food waste. In this slide, I'll be talking about the introduction to these topics. Humans are heterotrophic bulk feeders, meaning that they obtain energy and nutrients by consuming other organisms and ingesting food in relatively large pieces. This food must be broken down through digestion, a mechanical and chemical process that convert complex food substances into simpler molecules that can be absorbed and used in metabolism for growth, repair, and energy production. The digestive system therefore play an essential role in maintaining life by ensuring nutrients are available for cellular functions. However, despite the universal need for food, access to adequate nutrition is not equal across the world. Global inequality in food distributions mean that while some population experiences excess intake, others face food scarcity and malnutrition. I will pass the next slide to my teammates.
Now let's move on to chemical digestion, which is the process of breaking down food using digestive chemical and enzymes. In the stomach, there are two important types of cell. They are the Purchase cell, which is hydrochloric acid, HCl. This acid has three main functions: creating acidic environment in the stomach, activates pepsinogen into pepsin, and help kill harmful bacteria and pathogen found in food. Second are Schiff cell, which secretes pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is inactive enzyme. When it comes into contact with HCl, it is converted to active form called pepsin. Pepsin then begins the digestion of proteins by breaking them down into smaller peptides. These are later digested into amino acid and the small intestine. The amino acids are absorbed into bloodstream and are used by the body for growth, tissue repair, and maintenance. Next is physiological aspect of digestion, specifically mechanical digestion. Humans eat relatively large pieces of food, so they need to be physically broken down before nutrients can be efficiently absorbed. Mechanical digestion starts in the mouth, where the teeth chew and crush food into smaller pieces. It continues in the stomach, where the stomach muscle churns and makes food with digestive juice. The main purpose of mechanical digestion is to increase the surface area of the food. The large surface area allows digestive enzyme to work efficiently and speeds up chemical digestion, making nutrient absorption more efficient.
Now that we have learned how food is digested and nutrients are absorbed in the small intestine, let's look at the role of this nutrient in the body. Now, after digestion, nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream and transported to the body cell, where they are used for the energy production, growth, repair, and maintaining body functions. First is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose. After glucose is absorbed into the bloodstream, it enters body cell and undergoes cellular respiration to produce ATP. ATP is the main source of energy used by our cells for activities such as muscle contraction, nerves transmission, and other metabolic processes. Therefore, carbohydrates are the body's primary source of energy. Next is protein. Protein are broken down into amino acids. These amino acids are absorbed into the bloodstream and transported to different tissues. They are mainly used for growth and tissue repair, as well as the production of enzymes and certain hormones. For example, amino acids help repair damaged muscles after exercise and support the growth of new cells. Lastly is lipids. Lipids are broken down into fatty acids and glycerol. These nutrients have several important functions. They serve as a long-term energy reserve, are essential for forming cell membranes, and are used to produce thyroid hormones such as estrogen and testosterone. In addition, lipids help protect internal organs and maintaining body temperature.
Now, I'll be explaining food inequality, which refers to the unequal access to the sufficient, safe, and nutritious food among different groups of people around the world. Although the world produces enough food to feed the global population, not everyone has equal access to it. According to the UNEP Food Waste Index report, approximately 1.05 billion tons of food were wasted, while 783 million people experience hunger, and one-third of the world's population face food insecurity. This statistic shows that the issue is not the amount of food produced, but how food is distributed and accessed. There are several factors that contribute to food inequality, but the major contributor will be food waste. Large amount of edible food are wasted throughout the food supply chain, including on farms and in food processing industries. Reduce the amount of food available for consumption and places unnecessary pressure on food production system, which lead to overpriced food on market. This brings us to the second factor, which is poverty, as many low-income families cannot afford nutritious food even when it is available. As food prices increase, they are often forced to buy cheaper, less nutritious food, or even skip meals. This is especially harmful to children, as poor nutrition can affect their growth, learning ability, and overall health. In addition, food loss and waste contribute around 8 to 10% of global greenhouse gas emission, further worsening climate change. Extreme weather events such as drought, floods, heatwave, and unpredictable rainfall, reduce crop yields and livestock production. It can decrease food availability and increase food price, which will affect disadvantaged population the most. To address this global impact, the International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste highlight that reducing food waste is essential for combating climate change, achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, and improving global food security. Lastly, conflicts such as wars and political instability disrupt food production and distribution by destroying farmland, damaging infrastructure, interrupting transportation and supply chain. As a result, food becomes insufficient and more expensive, making it difficult for affected communities to access adequate nutrition.
And for this slide compares overnutrition and undernutrition, which is two nutritional problems around the world. Overnutrition occurs when people consume more calories than their body needs. It is more common in wealthier population where processed food, fast foods, and sugar drinks are easily available. Excess calorie intake leads to fat accumulation and obesity. It can also cause an insulin resistant, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and kidney damage. And in contrast, undernutrition occurs when body does not receive enough nutrients and energy. This is often linked to poverty, food shortages, drought, and conflict. When food intake is insufficient, the body first uses glycogen stores, then fat reserve, and finally muscle proteins for energy. As a result, people may experience muscle wasting, stunt growth, weakened immunity, and organ dysfunction. In severe cases, starvation can lead to organ failure and even death. Therefore, while overnutrition results from excess food intake, undernutrition results from inadequate food intake, and both can seriously affect health.
Now we move on to ethical and sustainability perspective. A healthy digestive system depends on consuming nutritious food. Therefore, ensuring that nutritious food is available for everyone both now and in the future is an important ethical and sustainability issues. The ethical perspective focuses on making food-related decisions that are fair and responsible towards people, animal, and society. One important ethical issue that are related to nutrients is food inequality. While many people have access to a variety of nutritious food, millions of others are still struggle to obtain enough nutritious food. This lack of access can lead to hunger and malnutrition where the body does not receive enough proteins, enough nutrients for a normal growth and function. Since our digestive system relies on nutritious food to function properly, ensuring equal access to healthy food is essential for overall health and well-being. Another ethical concern is food waste. Every day, a large amount of perfectly edible food is thrown away. One common reason is overconsumption, where people tend to buy a lot more than they actually needed. Sometimes, indecisive purchasing also contributes to waste. For example, buying food on impulse and later deciding not to eat it. To reduce food waste, we can simply plan our meal, buying only what we need, and supporting local markets, where the fresher products are often sold in suitable quantities. An ethical food system also should ensure the fair treatment of farmers. Although farmers work hard to produce fruit, vegetables, and grains that support our health, many still receive a very low income. One way we can support is by purchasing locally produced food, which helps strengthen the local communities and reduce transportation impact. Another option is by purchasing fair trade coffee, where the farmer receive fair prices and a better working conditions. From a sustainability perspective, reducing unnecessary purchases and buying only what we need minimize food waste. This conserve natural resources, reduce greenhouse gas emission from decomposing food in landfills, and support a more sustainable food system. Sustainable agriculture means producing food for today while protecting natural resources for future generations. This includes practice like crop rotation to maintain healthy soil, reducing chemical pesticide for producing safer food, and conserving water through efficient irrigation. Since agriculture uses about 70% of world fresh water, using water wisely is essential. Promote sustainable is by buying local food. Local products travel shorter distance, reducing petrol use and carbon dioxide emission. They are often fresher, may require fewer preservatives, and support local farmer and the local economy. Choosing local product helps create more sustainable food system while providing fresh and nutritious food. Food production can affect the environment through greenhouse gas emission, deforestation, water pollution, and biodiversity loss. By choosing environmentally friendly diet and supporting sustainable farming, we can help to reduce these impacts and help ensure a continuous supply of nutritious food. Responsible consumption means putting needs over one by planning meals, buying only what we need, and choosing nutritious and sustainable food. These simple habits can help reduce food waste, conserve natural resources, and support a healthier food system and digestive health.
In conclusion, human survival depends on the process of digestion, which allow the body to extract and utilize nutrients from consumed foods. As heterotrophic bulk feeder, humans rely entirely on external food sources, making nutrition both a biological necessity and a social issue. The existence of global inequality in food access highlights that not all in the world can meet their nutritional needs, leading to health disparities and developmental challenges. Addressing this imbalance is crucial to ensure that the biological requirement for food is met fairly across all populations. Thank you, and that is the end of our presentation.